join us. Went to a bank today and obtained two $100 boxes of nickels, and we're going to go through them. And we're also going to use this board that I've created, and my thanks to leftover supplies from the U.S. Post Office. This is the Priority Mail large flat rate box. Made done some mailings before and had one left over. But what I like to use it for is to put down from 1938 and 9, 40s, the 50s, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 210, and 220s, all the different dates within the nickel collection. So as I go through the rolls and find coins that I want to put aside, I've got a place to do so here on my collector's board. So I'm going to start first by opening up this box. And in here, there's a combination of types of rolls. There's a Lake City Bank roll. Not sure where those came from. There's a regular brown or maybe purple colored one. There's the current type of roll that you can buy at Walmart or anywhere. Looks like we have one, 2008 piece. Someone turned in a collection and I just got it. That's what this is. Holy cow. Holy cow. I don't know that for a fact. There's an uncirculated roll of 2008 P nickels. There's another box at this bank I'm going to go back to on Monday. But looking at these rolls, I'm already very excited. I hope you're joining us today for this. This could turn out to be spectacular. Holy cow. I just got goosebumps. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to do the first roll here. May just change the entire video here based upon what we just saw. So first coin up, 84 Denver, 78 Philadelphia, 73D, that's in good shape, so that goes in the 73s. 74s, garbage. There's a Philadelphia 78. So I've got the date on top. I'll make stacks of them. A lot of these coins are not very good, so I don't save all of them. I just save the ones that are worth collecting. So far, out of this roll, we've pulled 4 that are good and 3 that are bad. This could turn out to be quite a deal here, if these are what I think they are. This is someone who's done what we are doing right now and had to turn the money into the bank for whatever reason, which is part of what I talk about, is that this is a great way to collect coins. And then if you get into some sort of financial pinch, it really doesn't cost you anything to turn it back into the bank. You just get rid of the coins. And then you start over again. So roll by roll, we'll go through these. There's really nice ones. Like this is an uncirculated 1984 Denver. So that's a real nice coin there. Some of these have discoloration or gouges or marks on them. Definitely not worth saving if that's the case. 76 Philadelphia, 72 Philadelphia. So already we're starting to spread across the board here, some different dates. Try to put sets together later on. I want to use quality coins. I don't want to use coins with spots or scratches or marks or things that if you were to receive it in the mail, say you purchased on eBay, would you be happy or would you be disappointed? And I certainly wouldn't want anyone to be disappointed with a purchase. So that's why I always try to get the top quality coins that I can find. Real nice 1976 Denver. Here's a real nice 1975 Denver. Almost like it came out of a mint set. And then, is that 71 or 77? 71. So lots of 1970s here. This is like a whole roll of 70s and 60s. 68, 78. Duplication. So someone was a collector, and these are the rolls from their collection. So I take the ones I don't want. We go off to the side here. We're going to open up a different type of roll here. This is a $2,000 nickel roll, or I mean, $2 nickel roll. And it's one of the older styles. And you see the first nickel on top there. Again, it's the 70s. So maybe this is all 1970s coins that someone had saved and put aside, or a good combination. So there's, well, 2003 P. That's very nice. 1980. Make sure there's no scratches on them. And lots of uncirculated coins in here. There's 97P. Very nice coin. We'll be able to put together quite a few sets out of this if it continues on in this same rate of collectability. 2005. This video We'll go through as I'm trying to get a gauge of what we have here. There's Buffalo nickel. There's at the 2005. Here's the 2004 with the Lewis and Clark. So pretty much everything so far, at least over half of what I've seen, I want to keep. And typically it's not that good when you go to a bank. You get to pick and choose this way. This is great. Another 75. 2003 again. 2008D. Now the 2008 Philadelphia is a spectacular coin. Very low mintage compared to the other ones, but to have an uncirculated roll, that in itself was worth the entire purchase here. And I'm certainly going to go back. There's an 08P uncirculated, and I'm going to buy the rest of the nickels at that bank. She tried to get me to buy them today, and I only took 2 of the boxes, but I should have taken all 3. I should have known better. These are all in great condition. A lot of uncirculated, almost uncirculated coins. Here's one. I doubt you can see it. It's real nice on the obverse and reverse, but the rim is all jacked up, and it could possibly be part of the minting process, how nice the coin is. This is going to go up here into these special coins. I got a mark here. It says special on it, and that's for coins that I'll take a look at later to find out what the deal is with it. Certainly can't make that decision right now without some magnification. 87. Some of these 70s are not really good condition. 2001D, there we go. Spreading it around. Lots of 2003 Philadelphia. Here's another 2003, 2005 Buffaloes. So there is a pattern of these coins. All right, we're going to go over here. We'll pick on the other side and see what that is. We'll just dig around in the box and see if there's any rhyme or reason to it. Then I'm going to open up this here in a minute and see if there's anything there that's exciting as well. Sometimes I go a lot faster than this, but I'm actually going to take some time, go through these coins. 1959 Denver. Need one of those for our set today. There's another 87. 2000s, very common, so I'm going to wait for really good ones before I hold on to any of the 2000s. These ones here look like they got wet or something. There's some markings on them. 1965, so that's a no mint mark coin. They only made them from the Philadelphia Mint as it looks. I believe all the mints made them. They just didn't put any mint marks on in 65, 6, and 7 in an effort to slow down the hoarding of coins from collectors. 91, 90, 97. Some of these are ugly now in this roll. Here's a really nice 03. 2003 was the last year of the original design of the Jefferson nickel. 04 and 05 had some commemorative coins. And then 06 on is the new modern design that we're stuck with or get to enjoy however you want to look at that coin. Not a whole lot of excitement or variety other than the 2009s right now and maybe the 2020s, depending on if they actually release them or not in any quantities with the slowdown of the economy. There's a 94. All right. Now we're going to do one of these purplish colored ones. We have yet to do one of them. We've done a blue, the $2 nickel one, nickels for $2. Now we're going to try one of these. And see what we got here. 98. Very nice. 1998 Denver. 98 Philadelphia. 96 Denver. Oh, wow. Here's a real nice 84D again. Maybe they broke open a roll of 84Ds and put them, just mixed them into the batch here. Here's a 87. Real nice shape. 95. For putting sets together, this is a gold mine because not a lot of junk in here. Oh, here's a real nice 1982 Philadelphia. So 82 Philadelphia, almost uncirculated. That's probably a $2 coin right there. Very excited to get that one. What do we got here? 91s. Starting to stack them up by date. That way, when I get ready to put them away for the day, I can put them in rolls, kind of like this gentleman or lady did here. And then when I start putting sets together, I'll be able to bust them out, go through them, and have them somewhat segregated, so it makes it a little bit easier. This is a method that I've used for years. It works great. It's a way to organize as you're going through the rolls. There's a nice 86 Philadelphia, but it had a ding on the corner, so that goes back in the junk pile. Continue to go through these coins as they've coming out here. There's a real nice 94 Philadelphia uncirculated style. Not sure what's going on here, but very excited to be the recipient of it. 1980 uncirculated. So someone had a collection or collections and have busted it out, put it in the bank. I totally get it. I understand it. Tough economic times. This is what happens often. So for a coin collector looking for a treasure hunt, this is a great way to go about it. 81. Take a chance that you're the recipient of a couple of boxes like this. All right, we're going to take this one for sure. This goes into my collector's box up there. I'm going to open up this one and see if there's any difference. These are all this type of roll. So could be a good variety, could be different, could be a different collector. Take a quick peek. Oh, wow. I'm stopping before I go any further because this is an uncirculated roll of something. I'm going to stop. And this is an uncirculated roll of 2004 D keel boat of the Lewis and Clark commemoratives. This is an entire roll uncirculated. The excitement level continues to grow as I may have stumbled upon the treasure of the century here. I actually wish that bank was still open. I'd go get the other one right now. So this is a keel boat 2004 D uncirculated roll. That will go up here. We'll take another one out, see what we got. This is fantastic. Thank you for joining us or joining me as I do this. Let's get a few. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 1964 Philadelphia uncirculated roll. This is all going to be for sale. I'm gonna make some money on these babies here. Holy cow. Holy cow. First thing Monday morning, I'm going back. Another roll of 64 uncirculated. Don't know if it's Philadelphia or Denver. Let's try this one. This is a roll, another 2004 keel boat D. Is that the keel boat? Yep. 2004 D with the keel boat. And what else we got here? Holy cow, where I thought we were going to find another keel boat roll. I have to look up and see what the value is for the 2000 D, the keel boat design. Oh, here's 1970 uncirculated roll. Is it the S or the D? Let's see here. Looks like the S. So 1970 S roll of nickels. Beautiful coins. Look at that. Look at how shiny and nice. Uncirculated roll of 1970 S nickels. What a deal. Here we go. Let's keep going. If you're interested in any of these, let me know. Okay, now here's some junk mixed together. Let's see what we got. All different dates and garbage. Okay, these are damaged. 03, 73. Now the hope in something like this is I'm going to run across some rolls of the 2009s or some war nickels or something really spectacularly valuable. One's got some fuzz or something on it. Say 2007 toned, real nice looking coin. 6, 70s, 92. Lots of damage and discoloration to these coins. These might be the coals. Got thrown in as well. Haven't found anything really old yet. Comparatively, nothing in the 40s. There's a 66. And you got a dime. All right, we're making money. 10 cents in a nickel roll. So that'll go over here in the special stuff. We'll take a look at that later. That's we're $5 or 5 cents ahead right now. Junk, garbage, and junk. Nothing here, nothing there. 76p, that's decent enough. Garbage and junk. All right, so let's dig around again. We're going to pick over on this side. This is where we found the uncirculated rolls. Let's see if we can get back into that. This one is a roll of 14. It says 14D. Well, this is a different type of roll too. This is more the industrial roll you can buy at Walmart or anywhere. So this already, there's a 12P, a bunch of different ones. So 12P goes down on our sheet. 10D, very nice condition, very nice. Here's a Buffalo D, well circulated. Go over there and return to the bank pile. And what I'll probably do is roll up a bunch of these nickels, take them to one bank, get the money for it as a deposit. Then I'll take that money out, go back and buy the rest of the nickels. And then I'll give the lady my information. So if she gets any more of these, she can call me directly and I'll come pick them up from her. She was happy to get rid of them. I mean, super excited to get rid of them. Apparently with the coin shortage, as they're saying, from the Federal Reserve, which technically the Federal Reserve does not make coins, the U.S. Mint does. And the only reason there's a coin shortage is because nobody's ordering them, or everyone's put up the you must use your debit card signs, things like that. There's definitely no shortage of coinage out there. There just might be a lack of circulating coinage right now, but I wouldn't fall for the fact that there is no coins or a shortage of coinage. There was a shortage in 2009 when they didn't make that many. And that lasted into 2010 as far as the nickels and dimes. But currently, I believe their mintages are way up compared to normal for 2020 coins. So here we go, 70s again. So 73D. This one is a 64. It's got some markings and scratches on the back. 64 is probably the easiest coin to find, so not exciting unless you get an uncirculated roll like that. Here's a 69. It's damaged. 93D is a good one. 68s, lots of 68. 68 Denver is another good year. If you find those, set them aside. There's a 70. Here's a 65 again, a couple of those. 92P, one of my favorite coins to collect. It's a lower mintage. 78D. This has been fun for me so far. I hope it's fun for you. Here's a real nice 84D. Part of that must have been a roll or a collection that they broke open. Here's another one of those 70 uncirculated, but it's got some discoloration on it. If you're still with us, thank you for tuning in. This is fun for me. 65, 65. So this is exactly what I would have done if I needed money, and I've done it multiple times, where I've taken coins that I don't really particularly care for, or I just had them setting aside for sets or whatever it might be, and put them back in the bank. So here's an example for those of you who've been in some of our other videos. 1971, Philadelphia is a very difficult coin to find in good condition. Here's one that's really beat up, real bad condition, almost like it was sitting at the bottom of a slot machine as the nickels came flying out for years and years and years. Really poor condition, difficult nickel to find in any condition. So I saved them, even though they really don't have any value as a collector coin, but it is a great filler for a set. If you can't find any other one, at least you have that one. 71Ds, quite a few of them in great shape. Another 65, lots of 65s. Leads me to believe we'd probably pull an entire roll out of this. 66, really garbage looking. There's 68. 64, Philadelphia. We'll put one down here. Nice condition. And 72, Philadelphia, but it's got bad edges on it. All right, we're going to take our chances on the far side here. Do a few more rolls with you. Then I'm going to go through the rest, and we'll do another video on what I actually found and their values. 80, 89. Surprisingly, the 1989s are hard to find in good condition. Don't know why. They're not scarce, really. They're not. It's not a coin that you have to, go out and pay premiums for typically. Other than if you really want a nice one, they're actually quite difficult to find in circulation in great shape. Look at the discoloration, the oxidization. There is copper in the nickels, and if they get wet like that, then they get discolored and they have very little collector value. They'll continue to have the metal eaten away over the years as that oxidation continues on. 2006. Have not found a 2009 yet, and I'm guessing we won't because I wouldn't put that back in the bank. If I had to starve for a day, I'd keep my 2009s unless I could sell them at a premium. I certainly would not put them in the bank. sixes. Also, sometimes when you find a collection like this, they'll stop at a certain year. So someone may have collected for a bunch of years and then stopped, and then all the coins that you find will end at a certain year. I've had luck where I found rolls of silver quarters at a bank in Tempe, Arizona. We had a bunch of silver half dollars in Morenci, Arizona back in the 80s. Got a tip from someone that they knew of someone who had dumped their collection into a bank in Morenci, Arizona. So my older brother and I jumped in the car, drove all the way across Arizona, went to every bank that was there, and we eventually found the hoard of half dollars, most of which were not silver, but there certainly was enough to make it worth our time and have a little bit of profit. The silver dimes I got one time at a McDonald's were fun. There's another 84 Denver, part of that roll apparently. I was paying for my meal up in Alaska, and I noticed a bunch of the Mercury style dimes in the till. And so as I was paying, I changed my bill to a 20. And I said, hey, can I get all the change in dimes, please? And of course, they looked at me weird, but I ended up getting about $5 face value in silver just from that transaction. You can look at me weird because I'm going to take those down and sell them real quick. And then you can keep looking at me weird as I spend that extra profit. That was an 86D, real nice condition, 95. There's a 95s right there. All right, 89P, not really good. 81P, it's a decent one. But you can see how these stacks are coming together. And so when we're ready at some point here to make sets, and again, we are offering 100 different coins, all coins found in circulation, 100 different date and mint mark combinations for just $20 postpaid. And there'll be information on this video. Look in the details section. It'll tell you how to pay for it. If you would like one, they'll guaranteed 100 different, and there'll be some dates specifically guaranteed, some older rolls that I have, including 46, 47, 48, those type years, 1940, 41, that we'll throw in just to make sure that you get some really nice old stuff to go along with whatever else it is you get. Each roll will be different as we find them. We'll put them together, and right now, these are spectacular coins. I'm keeping many more than I thought I would because of the condition, quality. 94P, very nice condition. 97P, very nice condition. This is great. Here's a 88P. That's a little bit tougher coin to find. 86 again. So we found some rolls with mostly 70s in them. We found some rolls here with mostly 80s in them. So again, not knowing everything, but obviously some collector had to put their stuff into the bank. I'm going to do one more roll with you, and then we'll come back and do another video once I figure out what it is I totally have here. Give you an idea how it's going to look here on the board and how many rolls that we set aside due to the fact that they were nice uncirculated rolls of coins. I was really hoping to find some silver, some 2009s, but knowing that this is coming from a collector, that's not going to happen unless there's just a roll that snuck through here somehow. These are all bad so far. Nothing good here. They're marked up or discolored, sat in a moist bag or something. And typically this is where you'll find an 09 or a silver one just mixed in, just junk. Here's a real dark one. If you see something like that, check it out because it could be one of the silver nickels because they do discolor like that. This one is not. That's just like they got tar on it or painted on it. 64 is the oldest so far in this roll. You don't need it. Going through, here's a 2004 with the piece reverse. Keep that one. So yes, we got plenty of. Again, oxidization. You can see the green there of the copper. Here's another one. So obviously these rolls got wet and they're starting to oxidize. So even if there's, unless there's like a 1950 Denver or a 1939 Denver, something like that, I probably wouldn't keep them anyway. Because if I put one of these coins into a roll with other coins, it'll affect the other coins. Infected, if you will, or you put it in a bag and something like that. Something bad could happen that way. So just as I reach over, I see the shiny nickel on the back here. There's another roll of the 2004 keel boats. We'll put that over there, and we'll check one more. So maybe somebody bought a bag of them. Ooh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Shiny, blazing coins. 1960 Denver. Okay, an uncirculated roll of 1960s, Denver. Nice. All right. Stay tuned here. We'll go until we... Nope, not there. Try one more. Come back and look at that roll in a minute. Give me something good. Oh, here's an uncirculated roll. 2004 P. I wonder if this is the keel boat also. 2004 P keel boat. So we got the P and the D, and we're going to sell 2 roll sets on eBay, or actually we'll do it here at some point. We'll do an auction here on YouTube, as we can start out at a really low price because we haven't paid anything for these other than the face value. Here's some more 2004 D uncirculated. One more. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, and as we do more things like this, we'll let you know. We'll get you the notifications as we schedule some. A lot of them are pop-up, but if you've subscribed, you'll get that notification. Again, here's another roll of junk, looks like. Oh, Canadian. So this is a 2014 Canadian. Canadians used to be 100% nickel, and they have some real good value. You get about 15 to 25 cents in value depending on the cost of nickel. I don't know the year that they changed, 2001, 2003, somewhere in there to whatever this combination is. This is just like a token now. There's really no value to it, no reason to save it. Here's a 60D. Canadians are fun to put aside and try to put sets together, but certainly not going to get rich off of them. 1961, Denver. One year way back, I bought a bunch of collections of Canadian coins from a coin dealer in Scottsdale, Arizona. They were selling them at 50% of face value. So I'd buy, $50 bag of pennies for $25 or $100 worth of, mixed change for $50. They were just getting rid of it. They had no use for it. But since I traveled back and forth to Alaska, the minor coinage actually exchanged at full face value for many years up in Alaska. So a quarter was a quarter, nickel, dime, penny, and so on. And so I could make 100% on my investment if I could figure out how to get it up to Alaska. And periodically, we would drive the Alcan Highway up to Fairbanks for the summer, and that's when I could transport all the coins. There's a point where I hadn't gone for several years, and so we ended up going to a casino on the border with Nevada and California and dumping them all in there. And the lady that was dumping them in, she got all excited when she saw what we were dumping in. There's coins in the 40s and 50s and so on. Here's a roll of 1969 S uncirculated nickel. Anyway, I could see her pulling out, we left some wheat cents and some things in there for her, but she was very excited as well. So that helped out with her collecting going forward with that big hoard that she got. But I'd already made my money on it. I'd already dumped a bunch of it into the circulation up in Alaska, or spent it actually in Canada as we drove through. So that was a good time. Anyway, we're going to stop this video right now. Very excited. We've got some great uncirculated rolls that we found in a bank hoard. We've got so many more to go through. We'll do another live performance here in a little bit. I'm going to do some of these rolls myself and keep the stacks going. Real quickly, we're going to count how many different dates that we have just in what we've done so far. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46. So 46 different dates, and that doesn't count date and mint mark combinations. So at least 50 or 55 different coins here that could go into a set. And I'd pick one from each stack, and it goes into some rolls, and that's how we ship them to you. And it's $20 post-paid. It's a heavy package. Sometimes they have to go priority mail, but it's a great way if you want to start a collection. We'll be happy to help you out. But we also guarantee the 82P, 83P, and an 09D in every group. Those are tough coins to find, but we make sure you get those right off the bat. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to like, and we will see you next time as we do more rolls of nickels.